Alright, break out your red tape. It's time to jump back into the world of internet ghosts, Skype edition. Unfriended is yet another attempt at an internet-based horror, but they did at least try to tackle it with a different style. I did not care at all for that style, but it was something. Unfriended is all from the perspective of the main character Blair's desktop. You are glued to her screen for the entire runtime, so one of the things you're used to in a movie, like a scene change, is not present here, making the whole thing feel extremely monotonous. But the presentation seems to be the main thing that have taken some people in with this movie. However, that's all it really is, a style. The actual content of Unfriended is overdone trash. If you actually took this stupid movie and flipped it over to a regular movie format, all you're looking at is the same story that's been told by generic horror movies over and over again. A group of friends did something bad in the past, and a killer comes after them because of it. We really could have just as easily called this thing I Know Who You Tubed Last Summer. Here's a positive for the movie though, the Universal logo. Why? Because look at that! It took them like 10 years, but they finally know what digital video glitching looks like and that it's not TV static. And that right there was the most enjoyable part of this movie for me. We immediately start this thrill ride up with Blair's apparent daily routine of looking at her dead friend Laura Barnes' suicide video and the video that caused her to do it. Guess who the killer's going to turn out to be? Also, Blair isn't innocent in these events happening, shockity shock, so you'd think her looking the stuff up would kind of put her in a solemn mood. I mean, even if she was innocent, she just watched a video of someone that used to be her friend kill herself. Kind of a big deal. But who cares? She's fine in 2 seconds, and then it's just flirty flirt time with her boyfriend. This is another common problem I found with Unfriended. A lot of the browsing the internet scenes seem a little too disconnected from the actual Skype call. There will be many times Blair will private message her boyfriend Mitch, but they will never give any sign that they've said any of this to each other in the Skype call. These people have simultaneously one of the best and worst Skype calls I've ever seen. Everyone's video glitches out to ridiculous levels with constant image bleeding, but no one actually ever drops from the call until the ghost does it, pretty much destroying any realism this thing had. Anywho, just as Mitch is about to get ready to repeatedly press the insert key, their group of friends all join the call.
Shit!
What's going on?
Oh, someone's in there, Chonies!
Little cyber stash.
Man, I hate when people just join my Skype calls without being invited. It's because of internet ghosts, though, so it makes sense.
Who is that?
I just tried to hang up on him.
Cyber three-way.
Ken?
Yeah.
I tried to hang up on this thing, it wouldn't let me.
You take turns?
This honestly is not in with us.
That came with you guys.
No, it couldn't be. An internet ghost on Skype? Now experience all the thrills of morons trying to troubleshoot an extra party in their Skype call that no one answered in the first place, while also making sure that all of our new characters are extremely obnoxious from the get-go. I'm getting a little too excited here, guys. Can we cool it down? Oh, sweet, some instant messaging, where we learn that if Mitch doesn't answer Blair within 2 seconds, she goes into super freak-out mode. But more importantly, I suppose, the ghost of Laura Barnes still uses her Facebook. Of course, Laura had to get past Facebook Wanger to add her mobile number, which she doesn't have anymore. Way to be insensitive, Facebook. She's an internet ghost, not a cell phone ghost. I'm sure Laura also had to hold herself back from sharing some memories before getting to the Facebook taunting. You know how sometimes you go to type something but then decide against it? Have you ever thought about how great it would be to see that in a movie? Can't wait for Unfriended 2, trying to fix a program that stopped working because you upgraded it. Oh, of course Blair likes that fucking Teen Wolf show.
It's still here.
Whatever, fuck it.
It's just probably a glitch.
A glitch participant in the Skype call. This is coming from the tech-savvy one in the group, by the way.
And I got the weed, but he's out of Molly.
What? Why did everyone fall silent? They're still talking, but you can't hear them anymore for no reason. Well, until they say something important, which will make Blair look at the call again. This happens every time, too, that Blair ventures off from the call to go browsing around the internet. You could still have them talking during these points because, believe it or not, anytime I've been in a Skype call and went to go look at something, I haven't forgotten how to talk. But nah, why do that when we can have nothing but computer noises during this? And here I thought watching some annoying person's screen share would be super entertaining. At least we see that Mitch can send magic links that go to a specific post despite him only sending her to the main page. Oh, come on. We all laughed at our teacher saying she got a text from her dead husband. Do we also have to make people that aren't even characters in this movie miserable shitheads? Blair then graces us with all the mind-blowing action of trying to memorialize Laura's account when something at least moderately freaky happens. Now, you'd think with something that bizarre happening, you might mention it in that Skype call you're currently in. She does at least text to Mitch that she's freaked out. Not freaked out, freaked out. What the F? Oh, he's typed it. I love how grayed out things always make a loud noise when you try to click on them.
Where'd you go?
And you can hear us again, for reasons. Oh man, look at how freaked out Mitch is over these Laura messages. And Laura and Mitch don't mention this to the rest of the group right now because other reasons. Laura, you can't mention better creepypastas in the middle of your shit one. Wait, what? After getting an answer to a question she didn't even send, Blair naturally now assumes that this has got to be Val, some other cohort of theirs that the rest of the group of miserable people don't even like.
I'm gonna add her.
Guys, can I just be honest? I don't like Val.
The only person that likes Val is
Val. Yeah. Val! Turn up the sound, you dumb bitch!
Now that Blair has added Val to the call, she cannot mention it to her and instead keep accusing her on Laura's Facebook with words like floozy, harsh.
Check your Facebook. These are intense.
Blurry pictures of people drinking, well, that's new to Facebook.
Awesome. Intense.
Why would you post This is the first time I'm seeing these. These are
Oh my
incredible.
God,
I'd probably wonder who the fuck got into my account if I somehow posted a bunch of pictures I'd never seen, but there's no time for thinking in Unfriended.
Delete them, Jess.
I didn't do this, okay? I don't know why you're getting so
Oh my
pissed at
God,
me.
you trashy little bitch. Delete them.
Wait, you just called me trashy? Are you serious?
Yeah, Jess.
So you're
Okay.
asking me for a fucking favor to take down these photos that I didn't post in the
I'm
fucking
sorry,
first
I'm asking
place.
for a favor? I'm asking for a favor.
Yeah, I didn't fucking do it, okay? So
Petty morons? Petty morons in a shitty horror movie? They screech on and on and on about this point, and when I saw this piece of trash in the theater with the sound booming all around me, I was so hoping that this was only a half-hour movie and they'd all just die right now.
Guys, who is this?
I don't know.
Was this here the whole time?
Ken, you said it was just a glitch. This is Laura's account. Who is doing this?
Maybe it's Laura.
Nothing that weird has even happened to this Ken guy yet, but someone logs into Laura's Skype and he's ready to go with "It's a Ghost" immediately? Well, the one who has had the weird shit happening to her sure isn't. She's just gonna blame her boyfriend. Because, you know, maybe he's just doing that as a hilarious joke. Though considering what great people they all turn out to be, I wouldn't put it past him. The ghost's Skype account starts threatening Val, and here's Jess's reaction.
Asshole, good news. I'm calling the cops.
Click the fucking link, dude!
A click the link jump scare. Would have made my day if the Instagram photo was of a Pop-Tart. But instead, it's just a pic of that Val girl being a shithead, because you might have been worried that she wasn't actually one.
Nobody wants to talk about it, but I'll give you the Ken Pinion. Laura fucking sucked. She was a big bully, okay, and she deserved all the shit she got from that video.
There's gotta be a better way to say that. Also...
I'm afraid I just blew myself.
So, apparently Laura wasn't even that nice of a person either, though we don't get too much about what she actually did that was mean to the others. However, we do know that one of her crimes was making the hardest to load 30-second video on YouTube ever.
They should lock you up, you monster.
Was it super necessary to add noises to things that don't really have them? If you didn't have everyone in the call just falling silent every time, it wouldn't just be dead air, but that'd make too much sense. Val pops back into the call, but her video is just frozen in what I'd say is one of the movie's better moments, until they decide to just make it a jump scare.
What was that?
Blair recalls Val telling her about having seizures, so then she proceeds to search for Val seizures. That is so stupid. I love it. The ghost Skype then takes things to the next level of Skype horror and starts sending pictures. And if you think that's not actually scary, well, look at how long it takes Blair to receive this picture. That's almost a megabyte. But what is even like freakier is how quick the larger picture sends. He touch! And there are pictures of Blair when she cheated on Mitch with his best friend Adam. It was pretty terrifying when we didn't know for sure if Blair was as miserable as the rest of the group. Oh well, we still have Mitch, right? We don't have Mitch.
Ben. I don't know how to make it go faster.
What?
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Ooh, amazing. Adam is threatening to shoot either his monitor or his webcam. Badass. Now here's my favorite moment of the text chat not matching the webcams. Blair starts chatting up with Mitch again, and you can see that he proceeds to leave his chair during it. He comes back waving his arms while he's supposedly typing, then he even proceeds to cut back in and out from his frame. Oops. The Skype account from beyond the grave rejoins the call and summons the webcam of the undead, which the geniuses at work eventually figure out that the Skype is coming from inside the house! Well, Ken's house anyway, since he's the most disposable character still alive at this point. I love that he stares at it like he's seeing something profound here. To me, there's only really two options of what Ken is looking at there. A laptop with a webcam would probably be the most obvious and mean there's no reason for that look, but I suppose it also could have been Laura with webcam eyes. In which case, yeah, I suppose that'd be a little surprising. But I'll tell you what's not surprising. He starts dying via jump scares. His video cuts in and out with loud noises while Ken tries to see if he can get on Will It Blend.
Fuck this shit, okay? I'm fucking out of here.
Oh, apparently Adam just meant he was out of that particular room since he takes his computer with him. But watch out! Ghostly bad connection! I guess they had to remind us that this is on the computer. Laura then forces them to watch the YouTube video that reveals what is really at the heart of this movie. Shit. Oh, and maybe some period blood, but mostly shit. Which, alright, is an embarrassing event for sure, but our main shitheads we had to follow in this movie apparently all then thought it'd be a hilarious joke to make a bunch of dummy accounts telling her to kill herself over it. Okay, we kind of just jumped past pranks here to these people all being a bunch of psychopaths. Then Laura forces them to confess things, and we just start going down this list of more horrible things these people who are supposedly friends have done to each other. Jess spread a rumor that Blair had an eating disorder. Blair crashed Jess's mother's car while drunk.
We were drunk and it happened and I didn't know how to tell you. I'm sorry, Jess.
So Blair's DUI and auto theft flew completely under the radar. Yeah, a little bit of shit is what led to this whole internet ghost situation. Mitch reveals he made out with Laura, so at least he got a little bit of cheating in too. Oh, and that he ratted out Adam to the police for selling weed. Best friends! And there was some money theft by Jess. Just friend stuff, you know. The whole Blair cheating on Mitch with Adam thing comes up too, and we get one of Laura's funny ghost pranks by changing Blair's playlist. Ooh, she also put her in a pop-up ad for webcam girls.
Waiting to fulfill your every desire. There's simply nothing better than that.
I'm not gonna do.
I'm glad Laura's having at least a little bit of fun while she gets her cyber revenge. Shit really gets real though when Laura starts using their printers from the next dimension. Mitch, who's a little upset at this point, threatens to leave the call if Blair doesn't show him the ghostly paper. And if Mitch dies on Skype, he dies for real. So...
Oh my god! Oh my god, Jess! Jess, just run! I'm gonna get you help! Yes! Okay. Hi! Guys, listen, look at me! Hey, look at me!
I can't decide if I'm more dumbfounded by the fact that they're referencing chat roulette in 2014 or by that being her way to try and call for help. Your phone, Facebook, no, a bunch of morons on chat roulette. That's the ticket. Well, at least we do know that random people on the internet are the most likely to want to help someone.
Hey! Hey, guys! Hello!
Please, Blair, screech at them. That'll make this moronic plan work even better. Luckily for her, she stumbles upon the only nice person in the world in this movie, who is very easily convinced to go call the police for this insane bitch on chat roulette. But of course, it's too late, and we get Jess's jump scare infused cyber death via her shoving a curling iron down her throat. Oh, Laura, that's pretty funny. Oops, I care about these horrible people. For really reals. Blair and Mitch talk about how they still love each other since they're both horrible people. How sweet. Then Blair immediately tells Laura that it was Mitch who posted her drunk video. Laura then demonstrates that she can text Blair in 2 Skype windows simultaneously. Laura's greatest power yet. Plus, it lets us hear that Skype received message noise over and over again. I love that noise, which is why I shut it off. Laura then shares the rest of her drunk video, which she'd been uploading this entire movie, but she's stuck on Ghost dial-up, so she had to buy a little time. And this reveals Blair did it! Not really a shock, as she's the only one left. But this leads to everyone rightfully being disgusted and wanting nothing to do with her anymore. Leaving her unfriended! Poetic justice.
No!
And then, of course, they ruined it for another jump scare. It hardly would have fixed the movie or anything, but they had a decent ending set up here with Blair losing all of her friends because of what she did, but then stupid ghost jump scare! Yay! Way to go, Bloomhouse. I am so sick of a bunch of unlikable shitheads in a horror movie. Did there really have to be no one worth caring about in the stupid Skype killer movie? Is giving us someone to care about really that hard? Heaven for fucking bid we have any character investment, and that the actual story this thing tells isn't one that's already been beaten into the ground already. It's just been given this screen share style, which is enough to make some people think they saw something new. And while I didn't really care for it, I at least think it could have been utilized to way better effect. Have the ghost actually make some creepy things happen with the computer besides just the obvious social media things. There could have been some spooky imagery creeping in while she tried to do some of these regular things. Also, have things appear behind the people on the webcams, like if you just saw a figure or some eyes behind them. Don't even call attention to it, and certainly no damn jump scare with it, just have it be there. You could have had the video distortion have done at least something neat too, like just have their eyes go completely blank for a bit. This damn movie was so cheap to make, it made for an easy success, so there's gonna be more. I'm really worried this is basically gonna be a new way to do found footage type garbage and is gonna be overdone very quickly. Like it wasn't already with the one movie, right? Oh shit, I'm on Skype. Hope I'm not recording this for some reason.
It'd also be a real shame if you found this footage and included it as a shitty sketch at the end of your Unfriended review.
Shut up, Gene. As this is definitely not being recorded, let's talk about what horrible people we are.
Hey, John, remember that time you got a horrible virus that bricked your computer and you had to get a new one?
Oh, man, you really got me with that one.
Phelan, remember that time you got arrested for suspicion of illegal arms smuggling?
Julian, they did a full anal cavity search on me! Oh, you.
Y'all remember that time when someone stabbed you in the alley outside of MagFest?
John, what the hell? We almost bled out to this.
John is like the new prank master.
Oh yeah, You remember that video that John made on WoW that I hated, and he got a bunch of comments that said he should kill himself on it? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I do the same thing to you every time you make a video with Luca in it.
I say you should die whenever you make anything, Julian.
Oh no! A ghost just joined the call! Be loud and incoherent!
What do we do now?
Oh no! A ghost!
Go! Go! Go!